movies or drama?
Action movies.
Okay, so like,
Man.
no.
Pepe Dem Gang.
Pepe,
Oh, you think you are the only one that knows this line?
it's not
Pepe Dem. Rice and beans with plantain and salad.
Plantain is necessary. I don't know why we will not like plantain. Please, can you see? No Vice Chancellor likes
Rice and
plantain.
beans, yeah, rice and beans.
Oh,
that means you're also an addict of plantain.
Please, what's the name of my channel? It's Plantainmouth.
Oh
I
my
like plantain.
goodness.
So you know what you're doing right now? You're shaking tables.
I'm shaking the
You're entering people.
because
that is
greatest.
greatest last swipe.
Yes, great.
So this one is a tongue twister because you know ignorancia juris. Is it juris or juris?
Juris, yes.
Okay, ignorancia juris non excusas.
Yes.
So should tell us when you're ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go.
Ignorancia juris non excusat. 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 Ignorancia juris non excusat.
Yes, you have to shake it up from your seat. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have a guest in our midst. For those of you that don't know him and for those of you that know him, I'll introduce him again. Sitting with me right here is the Vice Chancellor of the Lagos State University in the person of Professor Olarenwaju Fagbohun SAN, Npom, any other titles, sir, or more titles to come.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you, sir.
Thank you.
So firstly, before I go on, we, the students, present students, alumni of Lagos State University, aspiring students of LASU, would like to thank you and appreciate you and the team for a job well done, the positive changes and growth in LASU within the space of 4 to 5 years. Even both alumni home and abroad, they've been in fact, they've been hearing positive comments and they're like, they never knew that LASU would actually get to this point, and they are just so grateful. So we just want to say thank you very much, sir, for giving us giving us hope again, for igniting our hope in LASU. The hope that was once lost has been brought back. So thank you very much.
I must also say that I want to thank the alumni. I want to thank all staff and students of the university. It's not the work of just one man. It's because we've all been working together. We all had a clear vision in 2016 of what we want to achieve, and that is what we are reaping the benefits of today, because we all work together in unison. That is what is working for us. So I want to thank everybody for playing their role well. That is what has achieved this positive dividends for us.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir. So for those of you that really don't know him, besides him being a Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, he is an environmental lawyer by profession. He's also an entrepreneur, also a father of many, and also a mentor. I would also like to congratulate you, sir. Like, there's been a trending news throughout yesterday by the press. Lagos State was ranked 2nd best university in Nigeria according to the Times Higher Education World Ranking 2021. So how do you feel about that? Like, LASU everywhere. LASU was trending. Even people that had said, like, bad-mouthed LASU has been trending so well. Like, everyone seems so. Like, I'm a student of LASU. That is why I can relate. So I'm so happy. How do you feel, sir?
I feel elated. I feel good about it, and I join the teaming LASU community and other well-wishers in congratulating our great university for what we have done. But I want to say that what we have done is a great starting point. A great starting point. So much more to be done by us. We are in the 500 band now.
Yes, we are.
We want to be in the 100 band, and that is our goal.
Yes.
We want to be in the. Thank you very much.
We wish it could shake, but
Thank
Corona.
You. Thank you.
So
we can do
Corona.
that. Yeah.
Okay, you want to know the reason why I asked? You want to know the story behind it?
Yes, what's the story behind it?
There was this time you had to deliver it. Most times when you have to deliver lectures at the university main auditorium, when you're about to deliver, you just hearing sounds from the back. Oh, this VC fine. How do you come fine like this? The funny thing is, it's not girls. It's not girls that say this.
Oh my
Yeah, guys. To be, I'm just like, this is a very good question. Like,
You,
will you get
you need to ask my father and my mom. Unfortunately, they are late now, so. My childhood growing up was quite interesting. I'm from a very humble background. My father, a teacher, later he became the king or the traditional ruler of Akeson community here in Lagos State.
So that means you're a priest.
Yes, and I'm of Awori stock.
Oh!
Of Awori stock.
So, you know when you're saying things like this in our time, you know, we'll be like, wow, on this president, are you like, Mado?
What do you call it?
Mado.
Oh my God.
Mado. You're supposed to say it, so like,
Okay.
Mado.
I like that.
Yes.
Then my mother also was with the local government until her demise. But one thing that we enjoyed, my siblings and we had very loving parents who invested so much in their children in terms of education, character, and integrity. Those were things that were very pivotal for them, and those were the things that they always constantly place on us, that we must remember. Right? They will say in Yoruba, I'm not sure whether you understand it very well, that Roti or anything one she always remember the child of who you are. That was something like a sing-song in our house. So I grew up in a very loving environment, and the same thing with my siblings. That I'm moderate. I think I enjoy reading.
Yes,
I enjoy
it's
reading.
obvious.
It's actually become a kind of hobby for me.
Yes.
I enjoy reading. I love driving long distance.
Oh.
I love driving.
Wow.
I love driving. If it's a good car.
Okay.
I love driving.
Obviously.
Yes, that is true. If it's a good
Definitely not the road of Lagos.
I love driving.
Oh, wow.
And I love pets, particularly my dogs.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I have.
Dog.
Oh, you have a dog. What's the breed of your dog?
Okay, the one we just got is a master. It's a
Okay.
very tiny one.
Okay, I have a boa ball.
Oh.
I
Dog
have,
lovers, can you
yes,
hear?
I have a boa ball.
Wow.
Then I have a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
And my daughter too loves dogs.
Oh, wow.
My daughter has the kind. One of the things that can get me very angry is, although I rarely get angry, but one of the things that can get me very angry is when you tell somebody not to do a particular wrong thing and the person persists in doing it. It can be a bit irritating. You know, I see such people as recidivists, those who persist in doing wrong things. So that can really, yes, and they're fine with it. I like the way you are, and they're fine with it. That really is a put off for me. I am not against you making mistakes. If you make mistakes and I see that genuinely you made that mistake and you are willing to correct it, I identify with that. If I lie, my wife will hear. I'll be very careful. In terms of food, I enjoy my breakfast a lot. I enjoy my dinner a lot. I rarely go for lunch. In terms of cooking, I do a bit of cooking. I do, but I don't think I've ever gotten a pass mark with my wife. She thinks I'm a very bad cook. But trust me, I think I'm a good cook to some extent.
I mean, you were once a bachelor and then you cooked to survive at a point in time. So
exactly.
And
I didn't poison myself then. I was exactly. A time it used to be bread. But later, I think rice and beans with plantain and salad.
Plantain is necessary. I don't know why we do not like plantain. Please, can you see? No Vice Chancellor likes plantain.
Yes, rice and beans with
plantain.
I think I'll go for
How will you eat it? What kind of food will you eat without plantain? Plantain is complete
everything. That means you're also an addict of plantain.
Please, what's the name of my channel? It's Plantainmouth.
Oh
I
my
like plantain.
goodness.
These sets of questions are either or questions. So if I say maybe bread or tea, you tell me tea.
Okay.
Yes. So vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
So action movies or drama?
Action movies.
Tennis or chess?
Tennis.
So spa or gym?
Spa.
Yes. So I don't work out.
I do, but I will love it.
Spa.
When you go to the spa, you spoil yourself.
Yes. A job you love or the one that pays you more money?
A job I love. A job I love.
But these days, people rather go for a job than pay them.
You see, when you go for a job you love, money will eventually come. Because you get satisfaction and you're able to do it very well. And with time, people will see that you have developed a kind of expertise in the area, and they'll be willing to pay for that expertise. So money will come.
You know, some our generation these days will be like, can you use passion to pay for your bills? You know, maybe like, go for the passion.
See, I tell people that when you have integrity, when you have competence and skills, when you have passion, those are the critical things you need for success.
And consistency.
And of course, consistency, yes.
Very. I mean, consistency led last week.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, yes.
Second best. I have to state that again. To pepper all of you. That you know, insulted last week.
Pepper them gang.
Pepper.
Oh, you think you are the only one that knows this right?
It's not all entire government work or private sector.
Wow.
I'll cut it on away.
Yeah, you really got me there. Government work.
True. Government work. They believe that government work, you can just relax. And then, you know, they have this mentality about government job. Like,
I'm glad you raised this. I'm glad you raised this additional thing about government work, you can relax. I pick government work. Private sector is not as challenged as you have in the public sector. But I feel that I can contribute more in terms of reforms in the government sector. And that is why I will pick government sector.
Those are calling or texting?
Calling.
Calling. So do you think you're shy or outgoing?
I'm a bit of an introvert. Shy.
You're shy.
Maybe I'll say that prior to becoming the Vice Chancellor, I wear the suit almost every day.
Oh.
So at the point, when I became Vice Chancellor, I wore the native on a couple of occasions, and I found out that it is so convenient. So convenient, so maybe because of the convenience. I've had many of them.
Okay, which one still hits you?
Maybe like when I had my first son.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That's
When I had my first son, it was an unforgettable moment for me. I wanted to send a text to somebody. Like I wanted to send a text to Mr. B about Mr. A for what Mr. A has done. And somehow, before I realized what was happening, I composed the text and I sent it to Mr. A.
That's boss moment. They call it that's boss moment.
That's boss moment.
That's boss moment.
And when I realized that mistake, I just thought myself that, oh my God.
Jeez.
I was going to report this guy to somebody else, and I just sent it to him. Exactly. It was like my biggest fear. My biggest fear is something that is going well for it to go wrong. Call anything.
Ignorantia juris. Is it juris or juris?
Juris, yes.
Okay, ignorantia juris non excusas.
Yes.
So should I tell us when you're ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go.
Ignorantia juris non excusas. 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 Ignorantia juris non excusas.
Yes, we have to shake it up from your.
No was it. But when the advert for the position of Vice Chancellor came out, quite a number of people were placing calls to me that, Larry, please apply. You know you've been in this university you are there for more than 20 years before you left, and you understand that system. Apply. Go back. We need to make a change. That place is really in dire need of. Okay, I said, okay, fair enough. Let me apply, and I did. And when it came out that I came first at the interview, and then the then governor of the state, visitor to the university, then invited me to come in, and then he mentioned to me that we're settling for you to lead the affairs of the university for the next 5 years. That was in December 2015. I was deeply humbled. I was deeply humbled. And that for me was a defining moment.
Okay, I think you already answered my next question that says, how did you feel when you were appointed?
I felt two things. Because as some people were congratulating me, some people were thinking, why on earth will you leave your comfort zone and decide to go to LASU? That was how some people were feeling. And those who are feeling that way felt something must be wrong with your head. That was how that you're leaving a comfort zone to go to LASU. Why?
Something tough.
That's something. But I thought to myself that it is not just about being in your comfort zone. It's about adding value. So I didn't have a regret, but I had fears. I didn't have any regrets, but I had fears, and the fears were, what if I fail to make an impact?
But
what if this
make an impact
does not work out? Those were the things that were constantly haunting me. And I remember my very first day of coming in, and the university community welcomed me. They danced with me from the gate to my office, and I addressed them, and they left, and I was alone in my office. At that moment, I felt the weight of the university on me. Because I saw the roads, I saw a whole lot of things.
You're like the one representing the school.
Yes,
they mentioned LASU, who is the
and I just saw myself that, oh my gosh, so I'm here now. But benefit of hindsight, I must thank the LASU community for standing by me. I must thank all members of staff, academic, non-academic. I must thank members of my management at different times. I must thank the world-class students of our great institution.
Greatest last wife.
Yes, great. I must thank the world-class students of this great institution. I must thank the alumni. I must thank the state government. State government, if you have ideas and you don't have the support of the state government, you are not likely to achieve anything. My governing council, I must thank my governing council led by Professor Adebayo. That is the 10th governing council, and now the 11th governing council are still led by Professor Adebayo. I was opportune to serve under two visitors. Mr. Akinwumi Ambode was a visitor when I came in. He appointed me, and he supported the institution so much. The current visitor of our great institution, Mr. Governor, Mr. Jide Sanwo-Olu, has been so passionate about our institution.
Yes,
for the day, for the week, I have an amazing secretary. My essays there. So all of these people, they work together to ensure that I don't miss my official schedule. Then at the home front, of course, my wife does that to ensure that. So at different times, people play. I discovered that I could actually have that very much needed patience to work with other people. Prior to becoming Vice Chancellor, not that I'm erratic or anything, but my patience level at times is not as I have it today.
In our times, they will call it, you have zero chills.
Zero chill. I think it was more of maybe 40% chills. But today I can tell you I have 100% chills, because there's so many things that will come up at different times, and if you do not have that patience in you will take decisions that you later ask yourself, why did I do that? It's wholly positive. I would say that for those of them for young adults of today who have allowed themselves to take wise counsel, social media and the rest of them will be positive for them. But for those who are not allowing themselves to take wise counsel, many of the decisions they are taking today will haunt them tomorrow. Because you'll find out that young adults of today, they are too much in a hurry. They have, as you said, zero chill. They are too much in a hurry. And that's why I mentioned earlier that one of the critical things that young adults should look at is, one, integrity. Do not trade your integrity for anything. Because what you do today will come back to haunt you 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the line. So integrity is critical. Two, develop your competencies and skills. If you don't have competence, if you are not competent, and if you don't have skills, it will be very difficult for you to market yourself, and it will be very difficult for you to thrive. And then the other one that I mentioned in terms, aside of your competence and your skills, and aside of your integrity, is we mentioned consistency. You must be consistent in doing things right. So those are the kind of things that for me are pivotal for young people to do things. Those are the things that are very pivotal. So I would not say the social media is good, because a whole lot of things can come quickly to you by way of information. But if you allow the distraction of the social media to be your own driving force, then you find out that it will be negative for you. If all you do on the social media is just to solve for negative things, involve yourself in 419 activities, be looking for turn yourself into chemistry student who is looking for what is the latest medicament that will make you hyper, all those kind of things.
Oh my God.
If that is what you do using the social media for, then you are just wasting your life.
So you know what you're doing right now, you're shaking things.
I'm shaking things.
You're entering people.
because
that is what is happening now.
Yes, it's the truth.
It is the norm.
It's the truth. You see somebody holding a bottle of Coke, but I can tell you that thing is more than what Albert Einstein did when he was. I'm telling you, that thing is mixed and laced with all sorts of things. The more you do these kind of things, the more you're destroying yourself. You see some people, the kind of sites they go to, if they track them in any way, it's a challenge for them. So young adults need to understand that there's so much of positive they can gain from the social media, from technology, but there's so much also that is harmful out there, and they need to be careful. You'll hear of young adults, before they do any little thing, they say that they are depressed. You shouldn't be. Life will always throw up challenges, and the complexities of life and those challenges are the things that will sharpen you for tomorrow. So they should see it that way. And everybody once in a while, you can be dull, you can be depressed, you get out, you bounce yourself out of it and move on. Just know that tough times, challenging times will never last. It will only be for a period, and then you are out of the woods, and then you move forward. Everybody, for you to be able to give a story of success, you must have at the back of you stories of challenges and troubled times. And yes, you must have that at the back of you.
The only place you can find success comes before tests.
Yes.
In the dictionary.
Exactly.
Other than that.
Oh, beautiful, you got it.
Other than that.
That is it.
The test.
And that's why people tell you that for success to come, real success, true success, not pirate success, for it to come, you must furnish what they call consideration. And consideration in law means you must put in your own effort.
Thank you so much. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We hope God continue to guide and protect you.
Amen. Plantainmouth, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Lasso community, God bless you.
Yes, we are Lasso.
We are proud.
We are Lasso.
We are proud.
Thank
you
you, guys.
very much.